Good morning. It is an absolutely beautiful day here in the Finger Lakes, if a little chilly. It's only in the mid 40s. Hopefully it's going to actually hit 60 today, but it's a little chilly. And this is Cindy, and I am working on a patriotic journal. I have already finished one of a similar sort, but this uses I think they're Stamperia papers that a friend of mine sent me from Australia and uses her tags. This one is actually going to be from a scrapbook calendar that I picked up at Goodwill. I talked about it a little bit in one of my haul videos, HAUL, not HALL videos. And how the pages were set up that were our page, actually all the pages are set up, but I chose out only the patriotic ones, is that each page, I took off the top that had the date on it, and then I used the part that didn't have the date on it, and I made a journal card. I'm not sure what where in here it'll go, but I made a journal card out of it. And then, because nothing goes to waste. But then you could cut out the frames, and then the stuff inside, sometimes there's a big full picture. Sometimes there are all these little pieces that I cut out. I don't know if that says my favorite recipe, but I may end up cutting that part out yet. Some of it has to be fussy cut, or I could use that just as it is. And then like this one made a little mini frame when I cut out, I don't know what I cut out of there. Oh, I know what I cut out, this piece. I cut that piece out of the middle, and I just used my craft knife in order to do all of that cutting. So I have all of those pieces, and I have already prepped my journal by cutting this one is 5.5 by 7, and I have already done the rings and the hole cutting, and I've already put in the journal pages. So that part is all done, and all that's left to do is figure out what I want to put on the cover. And each of these, the reason I chose the 5.5 by 7 is that each of these frames exactly fits. And I'm thinking maybe just that for the cover. It says Home Sweet Home all the way around the outside. This is for, just as a reminder, because, I haven't talked about it enough. This is for the Memorial Day Celebrate, Commemorate Festival in Waterloo, New York at the end of May. Waterloo is the birthplace of Memorial Day, officially recognized by the U.S. government as such. I'm just using a glue stick at the moment. I don't know, I think I might get out my other pieces because I'm a little concerned. See, that ripped just a little bit there. Where's my push down piece here? For those of you who don't have a bone folder, this one happens to be an old hotel card, but a credit card will work. Just about anything will work. I think my glue pad, is my glue pad even on camera? I'm not sure that it is. I'm going to have to get out a new glue stick here momentarily, because this one is starting to be towards the end. Nope, that's not centered. Try that again. Almost. There we go. I'm keeping these relatively simple because I'm not going to sell them for a lot of money. They're going to be relatively inexpensive. I think I put this up on the website for $25 if you are interested in it. Okay. So do I want to do something like that? I can do... But I need to start thinking about pockets. I do have a couple. These are full-size pages. The paper on it, though, is a little bit thin. So I'm going to pause my video for a moment and see if I can find a little bit heavier stock. Otherwise, I will be backing these and using these for the pockets. Hang on a second. Okay, we have a bit of a side note thing going on here. So I mentioned that my glue stick was just about done, and when I went to put it with my other glue sticks that are just about done, I'm going to move this up here so you can see it, and I'm actually in frame. Come on, out of the way. There we go. What I do is I pull this glue stick down, because that's the current empty glue stick, and I go through all of these other glue sticks that I've had sitting over to the side that are done. And I can just look at how much glue I'm getting out of down below. I'm using my tweezers here to do this. This is Elmer's washable school glue. So yes, it'll wash right off my tweezers. It'll wash off my fingers because I'm making a mess. But I thought, well, you know, I was just going to sit here and do this, and I thought I would show you just how much glue is left in the bottom of these things. And if you're throwing them away and not cleaning them out, you're throwing away good money. Make sure you take some time, and I wait till I have about 4 or 5 of these before I actually clean them out. And I can get a lot. You think you're done, and then there's a little bit more left down there. Okay, so that one is finished. I've already put 1 glue stick in there. So this is a total of 4 glue sticks. There's the 1 glue stick that's in there. There's oh, no, stay back in there. Stay in there. Am I even in the frame? I am in the frame. I'm just kind of low in the frame. And what's interesting, I know this is a different color. I don't know why. Because these all came from the same package. I bought a pack of, I don't know, 10 of these things, and they're all from the same. And this one is a dark purple, and the others are not. Okay, I'm going to push that down a little bit and get the last of it out. And then once I'm done with this, I have this paper out so that I can back all of these. I use the 12 by 12 pages that I take out of scrapbooks and just use that. All right, I think that's pretty much the end of it. I'm going to take some time. I'm going to clean up my tweezers, put the top on that kind of sorta, and I'll be back. Okay, I am back, and I have backed up all these cards so that they are a little bit thicker. I've not cut them except for this one. So I have a pocket and 2 other pockets, or 2 pockets, or I don't know how I'm going to use them yet, but I have pockets. One thing I forgot to mention, when you're doing the glue like that, make sure you pack it down into the piece, because I did not do that. I forgot. And so it clumped all over the place because I forgot to pack it down. Okay, so I have this piece, which I think I'm going to put here, because I really do like how that sits. And then I have the stripes here, so I'm thinking I might do the stripes here as well, or here, because it's easier to get things in and out from this side. Because I am doing this with a red, white, and blue thing, I think I'm just going to give this a real quick blue along the side. Not a lot, but just enough to take down, because I did cover it with white. And so it's got really a very white side to it. So I'm choosing to do blue rather than red, because I don't have the red that matches this, a red dye. Whereas that just takes that down a little bit. And for the ink here, I am using the archival ink. This is Distress Archival ink, Faded Jeans. Faded Jeans. There we go. I'll put it up there so you can see it. And then one of these little things. I love these things. These are great. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. I'm not gluing anything down at the moment. I am just planning out what's going to go where, and then I can do all the gluing off camera. Nobody needs to watch me do the gluing. I'm sure that that's not exactly one of the most interesting things to watch. I really like this, but I think I want to make this into a couple of belly bands. So I'm going to simply cut this in half, and I'm eyeballing it right up the stars, which means I didn't quite get it in half, but I did manage to get most of the stars set the right way. So those are going to go there, and they go top to bottom. They go the whole width. So we're going to do a belly band there. What I can't do, I go back to my idea book all the time. And one of the things that I particularly like is, let me find it. Do I have one in here? Maybe I don't have one in here. Yes, I do. This 5-pocket fold, but it requires an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and the paper has to be relatively thin, and I don't have anything that fits that. So unfortunately, I won't be doing that kind of a fold in here. I can do a waterfall. Of course, for the waterfall, I didn't need it to be quite so thick, and I can do the double pocket if I have extras at the end. So yeah, all my notes in here. This is my idea book. I keep a whole bunch of stuff in here. If you don't have an idea book, you might want to consider making yourself one. I need to update this because I have a couple of other things that I have learned how to do, and I need to put them in there and get them organized. What I do want to add at some point in here is a stamp. I think I'm actually going to save you for later. Maybe we'll do that later. Okay, for here, so we have belly bands, we have pockets, we have tucks. We could do a tuck over here, put something in over here. Well, I kind of like that idea. I don't have any patriotic or red, white, and blue washi tape, which is actually a bit annoying. You know what? I think I'm going to do it this way instead. And I want these two to be close to the same size. So we're going to do that. Gives me a piece over here, and I want to round my corner. Let me grab my corner rounder. And I want my big corner rounder for this one. I think I want to keep those little blue ones, so I'm going to take this corner and this corner, and I'm going to take that corner and that corner. That didn't quite get it. Hang on a second. Let me try that one more time. There we go. That's cleaned it up. And then let me just quick do a little bit of blue around the edges, just to give it a little definition. I'm going to put that one there. Get rid of that for a minute because it's in my way. What I really need is an L-shaped table, I've decided. I would like an L-shaped table because then I have my chair swings. It's a swivel chair, so I could just swing from one to the next. It would be so easy, and put that there. And then we've got little tucks. And for that, I am going to use the Fabri-Tac. I I know several of you would use art glitter glue. I don't have art glitter glue. I can't find it in any of the stores around here. I am going to put just a little thin line down here. And then I'm going to put this underneath my page so that it helps me see the edge, but it also means if it smears out, it doesn't smear onto the rest of the journal. And now we have a little tuck. I know I said I wasn't going to do the gluing. Well, I just wanted to get these two glued in, I guess. Okay, so that works. And then we'll just glue this one in while we're here, since we're doing this tiny little bit of gluing. And I come down along the edge, but I do go up a little bit at either end, just for a little bit more stability. If I had washi tape, and I'm eyeballing these, so hopefully I'm getting them about the right length here. If I had washi tape, I would wrap washi tape around the outside. I have done that in other journals where I put these down and then I put a piece of washi and then wrap it around to the other side of the page for added stability, but I don't have that washi. Doesn't that look nice? Now I do have all of these other pieces, so I mean, if I choose to, I might yet, add some pieces to it. But this is just putting a journal together, figuring out what's going to go where. I put the top on my Fabri-Tac before it dries up on me. I have those, so I need not too much more. Humma. I have these frames, and I really do like these frames. That one's going to need a little bit of work. So I could do a frame and a pocket. A frame and a belly band. That's kind of cool. Okay. That's kind of cool, but then I don't have anything on this side. I do have two frames that match. Hang on. I'll grab them. They're kind of... Okay, I've got everything connected here. Let me pull these out. Oh, that's kind of nice. See, this frame has a little bit of red around it. This frame does not. I could pull that out. I don't like that nearly as much, do you? No, I didn't think so. See, I'm so glad you agreed with me. Let's try these two. Nope, they don't match. Oh, yes, they do. Yes, they do. I have two frames. Now, see, this frame, I kind of screwed up because... so I think what I probably will do... I do like that. Okay, what if we try this here, come here, and this here? Because I'm going back to that. I really still like that a lot. And then this can be a place to put stuff. And this one requires a little bit of work, but now see, that matches. That matches. So I don't know that I want to put that in there. Or we can just put, actually, you know what? I want to save Uncle Sam for the bottom, for the very last one. I want him to be right there. Because in the other one, I did one, in the other journal that I did, I had an American flag that folds out. And I thought that was really cool. So I think in this case, I'll put Uncle Sam back there. Who else do I have here? What else do I have? Ooh, I have these, but I don't know I don't know if they'll fit that way. These could make a pocket or a vertical belly band. This is the United States Army Marine Corps Coast Guard and Navy and Air National Guard. And then a ribbon. Okay. Yep, I think we're done. That's going there. So this is the last one. I have this one and that one to do. So obviously this had one of these around it to begin with, so we might just stick you over here and put, I've got one that says Independence Day, US. There we go. So there's the end one. So it's just this one. Excuse me. I'm going to pause for a second. Okay, I'm back. Just needed to pause for a little bit. I really do like all these frames. And it looks like I'm going to end up with extra frames. So I may end up having to do, you know, another one. Who knows? Okay, so I have some stars and a flag. And we can cut those out, or I can leave them as is. I have an ice cream cone over here and another flag. And what's over here that's hiding? It says fireworks. I don't know about that. And then I have another piece here, but that's way too wide. That one definitely would need to be cut down. Okay, I'm going to think on that for a little bit. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do a bunch of the gluing, and I will be back. Okay, it has been a bit of a chore, but everything now is glued in. And I cut up the others to make journaling cards, which need decoration. I am out of Americana stuff, so I'm going to have to do some searching and see what I can find for Americana. Here, we'll throw one of each in here. I'm just looking to make sure that everything is, I can actually tuck things in here, that I haven't glued anything shut. Yes, things fit here and here. I want to make some bigger cards here. Not sure out of what. Okay, this one is a belly band, maybe. But this, oh no, the card will fit. Okay, so we're just going to stick it there for now. I don't know what to do on this side yet. I'm still working on that, and I'm running out of time today because I have another appointment and I have to go. So, yeah, things are working. I still have a page here I have to do, and then these are the final pages. Oh, shoot, and that didn't glue down like it was supposed to. Okay, so we're going to just take a little bit of glue on the finger and shove it up underneath there. This is part of the problem I've had with these frames, is that they have not been gluing down well. I did switch to a new glue stick, obviously, but it is not gluing as well. In fact, I have switched to mounting squares for a bunch of it. I put this on with mounting squares because I know that that's going to stick. I may have to go through and redo the ones that I did. This I did with the Fabri-Tac. That's going to be fine. This I did with Fabri-Tac, but this I did with the glue stick, so I may end up having to go back and go through. So anyway, this is a patriotic journal. Like I said, this is going to be for sale at the festival in Waterloo, New York, but it is also going to be up on my Etsy store. If it sells before then, that's great. I have 2 of those journals. I also, at the festival, I mentioned that I would eventually show you a copy of Hardship and Hardtack. There it is. It is, it's a real book. I wrote this. And it follows the 126th New York Volunteers out of, they were comprised of people all over from men all over the Finger Lakes. And the 126th Company B is primarily from Milo in Dundee, New York. And this is written from Richard Bassett's point of view and includes letters that he sent home to his wife. These are real letters This is not, I didn't make these up. His letters are at the Ontario County Historical Society in Canandaigua, New York. And I was able to get access to those, and I read all of his letters. And I have also gone through the regimental and used the regimental as a way of putting this together. And a special thanks to R.L. Murray for helping me find some of the materials. At the end of the book is all of the people who were in his unit. I won't show it to you because that's a spoiler, and what happened to them. This follows only the first year of his service. Richard was in it for a little bit longer than that. Anyway, that's available, and I will probably talk more about the festival as we get a little closer to it. So in the meantime, this is me putting together a couple of patriotic journals. I have to find some more Americana stuff, and in the meantime, this is Cindy signing off.